So today here on Tech 360, we're joined by Mr. Ruben, who is the VP for Design at Motorola. And Motorola has launched their premium smartphone that's called the Signature. It's the first product in your category, right? This is the first Signature ever. And are we likely to see more iterations of the Signature soon?
So pleasure to be here. First of all, this is a brand new franchise
Yeah.
for us. It's been a build up, a steady build up over the last few years of us fixing a lot of fundamentals for the brand, moving more into premium, and now this is the next natural step, launching this Motorola Signature franchise. It's a franchise. That's what I can tell you today. Uh, don't think of it as one and done.
Yeah.
Like all our other product franchises, they will live, moving forward.
Right.
But what we can announce today is obviously our very first
First Signature.
Motorola Signature.
I wanted to understand one thing. For like 1 or 2 years, we've been seeing a similar design language on the Motorola smartphones, at least the premium ones.
Yeah.
Like we have this, metal camera module with the vegan leather as the back panel. So is this a design choice across products? That what is the intent behind this for Motorola?
So thank you for noticing. First of all, it is by design.
Yeah.
It's important for our brand to be recognizable. And the only way to be recognizable is also, I wouldn't say it's necessary by repetition, but by visibility
Yeah.
and awareness. So a few years ago, we did start making a more clear effort in bringing the design language across our entire portfolio to have a similar look and feel. Starting this year, you'll see that our more premium franchises actually start to separate slightly while still having a very distinctive Motorola look and feel.
Yes.
The camera metal deco is one of those distinguishing elements that you will find on edge devices, on now the Motorola Signature.
Yeah.
And you will also see as we launch some Moto G devices later in the year that they're going to start to look like Motorola, but also have its own unique identity.
How does Motorola come to a conclusion that these are the materials that we want to use for a smartphone?
So that's probably the most fun part of the work that I do with my team in the company.
Yeah.
It all comes down to how do we bring to life values for the consumer. In this case, we need to express premiumness,
Yeah.
elegance. We need to do it in a way that it feels timeless as well. We are not chasing trends that have a short life. When we think about designing our phones, we're thinking about devices that could live with consumers for a long time.
Yeah.
Signature is a great example. We are proud to say 7 years of software support,
Right.
OS upgrades, and security updates. So it's a device that by design needs to have this longevity already built in, this timeless elegance.
Yeah.
Back to the positioning of the product, it needs to have these visual cues that say, I'm premium, but I'm
Yeah.
sophisticated and I'm elegant. So that is a lot of research that we do. We do it with one of the best partners in the world, which is Pantone.
Yeah.
Pantone is our strategic partner for the last 4 years. We have a global exclusive agreement with them. So they don't work with any other smartphone manufacturer globally. And the beauty about Pantone is that they have a global network of experts
Yeah.
that work with other very relevant consumer industries, from fashion to apparel to automotive design, interior design. So while they can't reveal details to us, they do have a very clear radar of where consumers are going, what consumers are going to touch and see and feel when they are shopping online or in physical retail 6 months from now.
Right.
And that's the strategic information that we also share together and they give us to decide, hey, this device in particular should have this martini olive color, should have this carbon color. Because when it hits the market, these colors, whether you notice it or not, you'll see that these colors are quite trendy in certain price points and in certain parts of the market, in other consumer industries. We've seen that now thanks to our work with Pantone time and time again. And that's the beauty about working strategically with them. And that's how we bring everything together. The positioning of the device, what we want to communicate from a design point of view, the consistency in the design language, so it looks and feels like Motorola, and this aspect of it feels correct for the time when it's launching, and it's good for the moment when it's coming to market, and it feels and it brings to life those aspects of premiumness and richness that we were going after.
So is this one of the reasons that we also see, new colors launching maybe mid-year for the smartphones?
Mhm.
Motorola usually does that. that, a Pantone color of the year comes up,
Mhm.
and then Motorola also launches one of their smartphones in that color.
Of course, that is thanks to this exclusive partnership. It's one of
Yeah.
the advantages of working in
With
that way with
Pantone.
Pantone, yes.
Motorola has not just launched their new smartphone, that's the Motorola Signature, but also their new smartwatch, the Moto Watch. And it's a very premium looking smartwatch for the price. So, how did Motorola come up with this idea that, they need to enter the smartwatch business as well?
Well, beyond smartwatches, it's really about offering a complete ecosystem of smart connected devices. As you learned today, our growth into premium, our growth as a company in general, our aspiration to become the number 3 brand in India has to come with offering consumers a complete set of ecosystems,
Right.
from the ear to the wrist to some other spaces in between,
Yeah.
for charging, for docking, etc. And that's what we're doing. A few years ago, we didn't even have ecosystem of devices. We were licensing our brand to third parties. A few years ago, we made the strategic decision to bring that in-house. And now you see that there's been a very steady release of device after device for audio, for fitness,
Yes.
and so on. And that will continue because ecosystem is a big part of what we need to do to continue growing as a brand. And it's not just hardware,
Yeah.
it's also software. That's why we have our Smart Connect platform that allows Motorola consumers to seamlessly connect to Windows-based PC coming from Lenovo, tablets, and so on, and really have that cross-device connectivity that is so key in today's workflows and in the way people interact with technology.
The watch connects with every Android phone that I've tried to,
Right.
but it's still missing that connection for an iPhone. And for Motorola, it's a suggestion. It's just an application that you can create, and the iOS users will also be happy.
It's a great suggestion. I will take that idea back with me for sure.
One last question. Uh, these, like any smartphone, usually nowadays come with a case or a screen protector,
Yes.
so that the smartphone, however it looks right out of the box,
Mm.
it keeps looking like that or feeling like that for a prolonged uh, time. But Motorola does not do that.
Mhm.
Motorola does not provide a case. Motorola doesn't provide a screen protector. So where did this decision come from?
It has a lot to do with actually consumer research. Of
Yeah.
course, when we decided to work strategically with Pantone and embrace color and self-expression and lifestyle as part of our design DNA,
Yeah.
it was an important question for us. Do we go down that route knowing that a very common consumer behavior is to, after purchasing a device, like you just said,
Yeah.
put a cover and in a way hide, the reason or one of the reasons why they loved and chose one of our devices. So we did quite a bit of consumer research on that,
Yeah.
both before going down this route and after as well. And you know what? Over the last 2 years, when we ask consumers why they purchase one of our Motorola smartphones, typically the number one reason they give us is, I love the design, I love the color, I love the finish. It
Yeah.
represents who I am. I like to show it off. And over time, they're also, like you just said, learning that the durability, the
It's a
perceived
lot.
quality
Yeah.
actually transforms into real quality and has longevity.
Yeah.
So then it becomes really a consumer choice. Do they want that added level of protection and buy a case or not? But they don't need to. And that's
Yeah.
the beauty of what we're doing. It's not just the look and feel, but it's also the durability and the engineering that Motorola is always known for.
Great. And again, congratulations for the Motorola Signature.
Thank you very much.
This was a lovely conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pleasure. Thank you
Thank you so much.